Good morning on this Monday. I'm Trooper Steve. Nice to be back with you guys. Today we are tackling Gore Street. I say Gore Street as a whole because I don't believe Gore and Michigan intersect. I've looked at the map a few times. Can't find it, but we're going to drive Gore and really talk about it. We're here in the city of Orlando. Pam, a viewer, kind of sent us a message saying the construction and the road condition out here is just horrible. And we just got on it from the far western portion of I-4, and you can already see the truck moving around all over the place a little bit, just because there's some little spots here and there, but nice, easy traffic day. We'll cruise Gore east and westbound, see what we see, talk about it, inform you a little bit, and yeah, keep it nice and simple today. But I appreciate Pam, viewer Pam, sending us the email, kind of talking a little bit about how she wishes a lot of these areas would be taken care of and well maintained, but I think a lot of us wish that about a lot of the roads here in the Central Florida area. So I would like, just real quick, I will address briefly, just because it's the elephant in the room. I was out completely last week. Unfortunately, I did lose my father suddenly, and my dad was a big supporter of News 6, even watched News 6 before I joined. So yes, my family and I are dealing with that, but to all of you guys, you don't even understand. I didn't understand the amount of support. You know, I deal with a 4-person on-air team, plus a lot of people behind the scenes, and you know, they are beyond supportive. The messages, the emails, the messages directly to my mom, but you guys, it's really the unsung, the silent majority, right? We don't get to interact with you guys as much as we'd like to, but the amount of messages I received from you guys, the viewers and the readers, the watchers, overwhelming. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. It means the world to my mom, lifelong Kissimmee lady, and it means the world to me. So thank you. And my dad would be extremely proud and shocked at the amount of messages we've received. So thank you guys for that. So we're going to get through it and just kind of keep pushing on, right? We got no option. So again, thank you. So here this morning, Orange Blossom Trail at Gore, and we're patrolling Gore Street. I talked about with Bridget this morning. You ever seen the movie Mall Cop? So when I was a full-time cop, I thought it was funny, observe and report, because you can't do anything. You just have to see it and report it. Well, now that's exactly what I'm doing. I can't come out here and do anything in Results 1, but we are observing, and then we are reporting of what we see. Oh man, you see all that smoke coming from that Kia? So Florida, we don't have vehicle inspections, but we do have an emissions law that, believe it or not, if a law enforcement officer can count to 5, literally it's just a count, 1, 2 to 5, and I can still see the smoke, then it is considered an emissions violation. You can be issued a ticket for it, believe it or not, right? Boom. All right, so we're out here on Gore, just east of OBT, and it's bumpy, extremely residential. You can see they've patched it a few times. 2 lanes east, 2 lanes west, and a little bit of a bumpy road. It looks not horrible, not too crazy. We're going to continue east. We keep catching all the lights, but that's okay. Got a nice morning here. Beautiful weather. So here also you have to watch out for, who do we see right there on the far right of your screen? And that's going to be one of our lovely, amazing school crossing guards. I don't care what agency or government entity they work for. They're all absolutely amazing to be out here in the early morning hours, rain or shine. Same thing in the afternoon, making sure our students get home safe. So you need to make sure you're watching out for them as well. They're bright yellow, believe me. They see you. You need to make sure you're paying attention for them. Early morning, of course, all residential streets. But now we're here at Gore and Westmoreland. Conditions, not bad. Look, bumpy roads. We're going to see them pretty much everywhere we go. Bumpy roads, they happen. Heck, I don't care what part of town you're in, north, south, east, west, central, there are some bumpy roads. So far, the condition's not horrible, but they did indicate the closer we got towards I-4 and the hospital area, things get a little worse. So I don't get to come down here as often as I'd like to. So that's why we have results 1. Right before we went live, guys, I got to tell you, my producer and I were joking. Got Donovan controlling News 6 Plus for you guys watching on News 6 Plus right now. He is controlling all the graphics that you're seeing, which is pretty cool. And I choked on some Coke Zero that I shouldn't be drinking on a Monday morning, but hey, I'm going through it, so I can have some Coke Zero. All right, so we're going underneath I-4. We're on Gore. Let's go underneath here. Road conditions, beautiful, right? Nicely paved, pretty smooth. Green light here at Division, so we're going to continue through. Hopefully that pedestrian stays there on the sidewalk. Looks like he was dancing a little bit. Okay, so we're coming here. We just passed Division. We're eastbound on Gore, coming up on the railroad tracks at Huey. So we're going to cross the tracks here, up and over. Look, anytime you cross railroad tracks, they're going to be bumpy, right? So let's continue. We're still on Gore. I don't see much of a problem. Making our way towards ORMC. Now, just because we don't see a problem here does not mean there's not a problem in the area. What I am going to do, though, is take a hard right here on Orange Avenue and show you a little bit of what I believe is going on out here. If you have not been out here by ORMC in the construction, and I'm going to put my foot in the mouth because all the cones are picked up. Look at this. So I love this. Oh, I love this because it's live. I love live TV so much because it doesn't give me, a journal, anybody, an anchor time to be like, oh, well, that's not, we just got to react, right? So we're out here. We were looking at Gore. I came along Orange because there was a lot of construction. Now, roadway here, we're not on air. This sucks. This is bumpy. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. In the road, there are divots everywhere. Do I think this is the permanent kind of layout for the roadway here? Absolutely not. If it was, we would have a problem. But look, you can see right lane currently paved, left lane, it's being picked up. How do we know that? Because those grates, those big mark, look at those marks in the roadway there. So that they have checked the level. So this is what happens when you're a trooper and you've worked a lot at construction sites overnight. That's where we work most of our off-duty. Florida Highway Patrol troopers, we do a lot of construction gigs just because we have rules that say, hey, we don't really want troopers working places where there's a lot of alcohol consumption. Keeps the professionalism. So we do a lot of our off-duty elsewhere. So I got to interact and see how this happens. So there's multiple phases to construction. The obvious when you see them out with the lasers, taking pictures, and then of course, then the markers on the ground, cones come out, and then you start picking up pieces of the pavement out here. So this is why Orange Avenue south of Gore is so ugly. This whole area is going to go over a complete redesign. We're going to get over here in the left lane so we can get turned around. But this whole area is an absolute disaster. Orange and Gore. Orange and Gore. We did take a nice drive on Gore. To me, Gore looks fine. Gore did not seem to be as disastrous as I read. Pam used the word awful. Now, would I use awful for the word for Orange Avenue and Gore? Yeah. Anything south of there? Absolutely awful. If you have a low profile vehicle, probably not the best. Heck, even here in results 1, if your drink doesn't have a cap on it, it's going to kind of go all over the place. So would I say avoid the area? I could, but if I said that, it would be an extreme inconvenience. Why are we sitting here, guys? I'm just waiting for traffic to get by. Sorry. Got to be safe, right? If I don't, my name's on the side of the truck. You guys will rat me out. All right, so we're going to get turned around. over here in this little side area. But again, if you're joining us this morning, Pam, a viewer, you could be that viewer, sent me a message saying that Gore is just absolutely awful. And I haven't been out here in a minute. A minute is slang for a while. And it's been a while since I've come out in this area. I knew that there was heavy construction along Orange in front of ORMC. If any city resident you travel through, you're like, my goodness, it's a mess. But I had no idea that Gore could have had some problems. So what did we do? We came out here and we looked at Gore. It's not that bad. It's Orange Avenue. Look at this construction on Orange Avenue. This is part of the expansion project that's going down here. You can even see this vehicle having trouble. That Infiniti having trouble going over. A little unnecessary. And you see how he's driving? Because his wheels, he thinks he's a race car. Caution, this vehicle stops at all railroad crossings. Yeah, because it's illegally lowered. Doesn't have his seatbelt on. Can you see? A car like that screams, hey, come pull me over. Why? Now, I'm not being mean. I'm being real to you. If you're going to have a low-profile vehicle, wheels sticking out to the side, you're revving your engine, and then you have to go well below the posted speed limit to just travel on the road, you're going to get law enforcement's attention. Now, someone may say, Steve, there's nothing wrong with this car. Wrong. 24 inches. Headlights. I can guarantee that's a headlight violation. I can almost probably get the wheels on it. So, relax. But then you see the roadway condition out here had that vehicle slowing down well below the posted speed limit because the bumps in the road are causing that vehicle to scrape. We just saw it happen. I love it. Well, I don't love it for that car. I don't care, but it's more for you guys to see. And it's still way back there. Let me see if I can pull up my back camera. Way back there, and it was ahead of me, but because it's moving so slow, it's getting caught at all the lights because the roadway is bumpy out here because it's under construction. You want to know the fix to that? I have two fixes. It's going to blow your mind. First one, if it was a smooth roadway, we wouldn't have a problem. Two, if you don't customize your vehicle illegally, then you don't got those problems. Man, blows your mind. All right, so we're going to hop back on Gore before we wrap this up and head west on Gore this time. Since we started our live stream headed east, we're going to wrap it up by heading west and then head back. And then we've completed our tour of patrol today. So if you're joining us this morning, you guys know who I am. At least I would hope so if you're watching this. I'm Trooper Steve, here with News 6 and Results 1 live in downtown Orlando. Pam, a viewer, sent us an email saying that Gore Street was just absolutely awful. And totally understood that. Oh, there goes that obnoxious car. You hear it? You can't even drive around downtown because it's so low. And Pam sent us an email saying Gore Street was awful. So I had an idea that Gore Street would be bad because it's the city of Orlando, a lot of construction going on. So, okay. But then she told me Michigan. Michigan doesn't intersect with Gore. So I started head scratcher. So I knew that there was construction out here. We hit Gore eastbound. Nice and smooth, few little hiccups here and there, but nothing awful. But I tell you what is awful is Orange Avenue and Gore. Anything south of there, Gore and Orange, south past the hospital, just a disaster. A lot of construction, a lot of divots in the roadway, lane shifting going on, and a lot of construction barrels. This is part of an expansion that's going on out here. And there's phases that happen with construction. It's not just going to get fixed, or would you prefer they just shut down the road? I do not. So that's why the road gets gross. I use gross because I'm trying to just use normal terms. That's why the road loses its proper smooth surface, and it becomes very uneven because over time they're taking pieces of it out, they're seeing where different levels of what is there, and then they know how to fix it. Sooner or later this will be great. It just, like every project, it has to get worse before it gets better. So we're out here at Gore Street and Orange Avenue, and we're going to head west on Gore. all the way till Gore ends. And check this out one final time. We checked it out east. We'll check it out west and wrap this baby up on a Monday. I do appreciate you guys joining me live here on clickorlando.com, the News 6 app. And you have the opportunity now to watch us live every day on News 6 Plus. Webmaster Donovan at the keys this morning. All those cool graphics that you're getting ready to see, all those things that are changing, all by the hands of my team. So we all have an amazing team here behind us at News 6, which is pretty cool. Some police activity up ahead, not sure what's going on. We'll check on it. Why? Because we get paid to be nosy. So we'll see what's going on up here. Looks like two OPD officers facing eastbound on Gore. We're now west on Gore Street from Lucerne Terrace. Looks like they are right underneath I-4, some type of traffic stop, possible crash. We'll take a quick look at it here as we pull up on it. Right now, road service, the reason why we're out here nice and clear, but whoa, over the railroad tracks, things get interesting. All right, so we do have a traffic stop up here to the left-hand side. A lot of people ask me sometimes, hey, why is there two officers that pull sometimes over? Well, it has nothing to do with you, to be honest, so you should never be totally nervous unless you know something's wrong. It's simple backup cover. 9 times out of 10, I'll tell you guys this, the honest truth. We're stopping the car, not the person. And we usually don't know who's driving. We don't sometimes even have a clue what the driver looks like when we're stopping a car until we get up on the car. So a backup officer, if they're in the area, simply pulls up and will provide coverage, not even knowing why that officer stopped you. So it's simple teamwork, making sure the job itself is inherently dangerous. So if you know your zone partner's on a traffic stop, providing that second coverage is just something we do to make sure that we go home safe at night. It has nothing to do, most of the time, I say most of the time, with the severity of the traffic stop. Now, if you got 5-10 guys behind, 10 cop cars behind you, you might be going to jail. So, I'm just saying. All right, so we're back westbound on Gore, going underneath I-4 right now. Coming up here on Hicks Avenue, green light for us. As we go through here, roadway surface nice and smooth. So we're west here on Gore, nice and smooth so far, no major issues. We're here at Gore and Paramore, still pretty clear, you know, routine little issues in the roadway, but nothing crazy out here. Nice and clear, all residential through this area, so you want to make sure that you're maintaining the speed limit, of course, 35 miles an hour through this zone, and we don't want to do anything faster than that. No one to my right, so I'm going to get over in that right lane. Because, hey, I don't plan on making a left. We're going to head towards the office here in a second. So I plan on making a right. But nice and smooth here at Westmoreland. Gore, westbound at Westmoreland. Roadway surface nice and clear. Even behind us, the sun is shining. Roadway nice and clear here. No problems with any, at least, surface issues here. Now, obviously, we do get some speeders occasionally, people not paying attention to the lovely crossing guards that are always out here taking care of us. Crossing guard here at the intersection of Gore and Westmoreland. Appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you. And you should always be looking out for those crossing guards. We talked about her when we came through. We're going to talk about her when we're coming back the opposite way. So thank you, ma'am. Again, roadway surface good. Where did we see the problem? We saw it off of Orange Avenue, south of Gore. If you travel out by ORMC, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The construction there's been going on for about, I don't want to put a time on it because someone will correct me, well in excess of over a year, and it's just an absolute mess. But we're out here looking at Gore now as we approach Orange Blossom Trail. You know, those routine kind of mess ups here in the road. This could definitely use some work, but nothing that's going to be an awful drive. Now this right here, this divot, awful. Ready? Ooh, not a good one. But I'm almost 100% Pam was talking about Gore and Orange Avenue. But if you look at the roadway up ahead, could Gore use a good repave? It could in the westbound area. But I tell you something, look at eastbound. Eastbound has been repaved. So I tell you what I am going to do. I am going to reach out to the city of Orlando, because getting results is our motto, and it's what we tell you all the time, because it's what we do. I'd love to know what their action plan is here for Gore, because you could just see here going westbound, it's not the best. The roadway's bumpy. They've patched it a few different spots here and there, but on that, I'll put the side camera on, you could even see the eastbound looks great, no problems. It's the westbound right now that has it, and we're just south here of Camping World Stadium, and you can see it's been kind of patched up, and it's rough. It's rough. So we're here at Gore and Rio Grande. Light is green. We'll go on through it. And yeah, if you came through this intersection at an egregious speed, you'd probably run into a problem. All right, guys. So let's wrap this up. What did we tackle today? We came out here to Gore Street in the city of Orlando, east and westbound, because Pam said, well, the roadway is awful. Well, I found awful, but I found it on Orange Avenue, south of Gore. Gore Street is rough on the far residential portions. In the west area, it could use a great repaving in the westbound lanes. It does look like they have done some great work in the eastbound lanes. But the project that's happening on Orange Avenue is already scheduled. It's a long-term project. We need it. It's expansion. So hopefully we can see that taken care of. I promise you what I will do, though, is reach out to the city, get an update on the westbound lanes of Gore, and I will update this article for you guys once I get an answer for them. For now, live here in Results One. Thank you guys, of course, for always joining us live every day that I'm at least at work. Here in Results One, getting you results. Send me a message if you've got a traffic complaint, and I would like to honestly dedicate today's stream to my dad. And yes, my dad was a great man, and you guys are awesome for supporting me and my family during this rough time. So for now, on this beautiful Monday, live in the city of Orlando, you guys have a great day. Wear your seatbelts.